My beloved child, settle in for just a moment. You don't need a rush. You don't need to be anywhere except right here. As these words reach you, something inside you is already starting to soften. A quiet is arriving. Not the empty kind, but the kind that feels like coming home after a long journey. That's where we're headed together. That's what this moment holds. You didn't stumble onto these words by accident. I want you to understand, right from the start, that I arranged this. I've been thinking of you long before this moment came. Long before your eyes landed on this message, I was already moving toward you. That's how I work, quietly, steadily, with complete intention, like a tide rising far out at sea long before it reaches the shore. You may not have seen it coming, but I've been in motion. So breathe. You're not behind. You're not too late. You haven't missed anything. You're exactly where I meant you to be. I know what you've been carrying, not in some vague, distant way, but specifically, the weight sitting in your chest the moment you open your eyes each morning. The particular shape of the worry you carry about something you haven't told anyone. The quiet grief you folded away because life kept moving and there was no room to set it down. The tiredness that runs deeper than sleep can reach. The question that surfaces in still moments, whether things will ever truly be different. I know that question. I've heard it from you more than once, and it has never worn out my patience. Here's what I want you to receive right now. Not as something to think about later, but as something to let settle into the deepest part of you. I see you. Not the version of you that's performing well or holding it all together. Not the version you show others so they won't worry. I see the real one, the tired one, the one who kept going even when going felt impossible. That's what I'm speaking to right now. And I'm not disappointed by what I see. I'm not waiting for you to change before I draw close. I'm here now, with you, exactly as you are. There's something I want to address directly, because I think it's been quietly working against you. You've wondered sometimes whether the waiting meant something was wrong, whether the silence in certain seasons was proof I had pulled back, whether the closed doors and delayed answers and long stretches of nothing meant you'd push me away, or that I simply didn't care as much as you'd hoped. I understand why those thoughts came. Silence is hard to read when you're inside it. When you're the one waiting, the one praying the same prayer for the 100th time with no visible answer. It's very human to start reading indifference into the quiet. But I need you to hear this clearly. My silence has never once been indifference, not for a single day. Think of a craftsman working on something intricate, something requiring patience and precision. The most important parts of that work happen in near silence. No noise, no announcement, nothing dramatic to watch. Just careful, steady work that only becomes visible once it's finished. That's often how I work in the seasons that feel empty. The stillness isn't absence. It's the sound of something being made. I was in the quiet with you. I'm in it now. And what has been forming through those seasons, in you, around you, in circumstances you couldn't see, is more carefully built than you realize. I want to speak for a moment about the pain that came through other people. For many of you, the heaviest weight isn't a circumstance, it's a wound. Something someone said that lodged itself somewhere you can't quite reach. A betrayal that rearranged how you understand trust. A rejection that made you start questioning your own worth, questions you were never meant to ask. A relationship that ended and left a silence so loud it still echoes. I was present for every one of those moments. I want you to know I didn't look away. I didn't minimize it or rush past it. I sat with you in it. And I want to say something I hope reaches the place where those wounds still live. What happened to you wasn't a verdict on your value. It wasn't proof that you were hard to love, or too much, or not enough. It wasn't what you deserved. The people who hurt you were themselves broken in ways that had nothing to do with your worth. Their actions reflected their own limits, not your value. Your worth was decided before you were even formed. It hasn't changed since. It can't be voted on by the people around you. It can't be stripped away by someone's cruelty or carelessness. It's settled. You are mine. That's not a consolation prize. That's the foundational truth of your existence. And healing those wounds is something I'm actively working on. Not from a distance. I stay close to the places that hurt. I move toward the broken, not away from it. That's simply who I am. You've prayed prayers that felt like they vanished. I know. I know the specific ones you're thinking of right now. The ones you lifted day after day and eventually stopped lifting because hoping had grown too tender. The ones you still think about quietly sometimes, not quite praying anymore, but not quite letting go either. The prayers you whispered at night when no one was watching. Not one of them disappeared. Every word reached me. Every single one. I kept them. And here's what I want to say about the ones not yet answered the way you hoped. Some I've held because the timing wasn't right yet. Not so you'd suffer longer, but because what I'm building in the answer needed conditions that weren't yet in place. I see the whole picture. You see only the frame you're standing inside. Sometimes I hold an answer back because releasing it too early would give you something smaller than what I actually have for you. This isn't a comfortable thing to hear when you're tired of waiting. I know that. I'm not asking you to pretend the waiting is easy. It isn't. But I'm asking you to hold this one truth alongside the weariness. I haven't forgotten a single word, a single need. You're not at the back of any list. You're always before me. Let me speak about the season you're in right now. Something is shifting, not because of a countdown, not because of some dramatic spiritual event happening this hour, but because that's simply the nature of seasons. They turn. They always turn. The winter you've been walking through, however long it's lasted, isn't permanent. That's just not how I design things to work. There's always a turning. And I want you to notice something. You're still here after everything that came against you. After the losses, the disappointments, the long stretches of difficulty. You're still standing, still listening, still somewhere underneath the weariness, still hoping. That's not a small thing. That's evidence of something in you that isn't broken. Even when it bent, that endurance wasn't your effort alone. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel was demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer earn anything from our videos. Every video takes considerable time, effort, editing, and resources to make. But we still want to keep spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly want to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing that without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly ask for your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us keep this journey going. The support link is in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. I was sustaining it. I was the quiet strength underneath you on the days you couldn't feel me. The same way a tree's roots grow deepest in dry seasons, not lush ones. The capacity you've built through hardship is real. It belongs to you now, and it's preparation, not for more suffering, but for carrying well what's coming next. There are things ahead that will require the depth you've developed. Not as a burden, but as a gift. You'll find yourself able to hold things, understand things, comfort others in ways that wouldn't have been possible without the journey you've walked. I want to invite you into something right now. Not a transaction, not a test, just an act of trust between us. Take a moment and write this down somewhere because it moves it from something you heard to something you've claimed. Write this, I am seen. That's it. Simple, but let it sit with you. Let it become something you return to on the days the noise gets loud again, because the noise will come back. That's simply the nature of life. But you'll have a place to return to. A stake in the ground that says, I know this is true even when I can't feel it. I know some of you are carrying fear about specific things, finances, health, a relationship that feels fragile, a decision facing you that feels too big and too uncertain. I don't want to speak in generalities about these things. I want to speak to their real weight. Financial fear is a particular kind of exhaustion. It isn't just about money. It's about safety, about the deep human need to know tomorrow will be manageable. When that feels uncertain, it reaches into everything. Your sleep, your relationships, your sense of self. I see how it has pressed on you. I'm not dismissing it as unimportant. Your practical needs matter to me, and I, the God who notices sparrows, am not indifferent to your fears. What I want to tell you is this. I haven't run out of ways to provide. The path isn't always the one you expected. It often comes from directions you didn't plan for, but I am a God of unexpected provision. I've provided through circumstances that made no human sense, and I'm attentive to your specific situation. Not a general version of it, but the actual details of your actual life. I'm not asking you to stop being responsible or to stop making wise decisions. I'm asking you to let me carry the anxiety of it, the weight of tomorrow's unknown. That's not yours to carry. I hold what's ahead. You live today. For those of you carrying fear about your health, I want to be close to you here. There's a particular loneliness in physical suffering, the way pain or illness can make you feel cut off from life's ordinary rhythm, the way it can make the future feel fragile in a way it never did before. The prayers you send up for healing and the complicated feelings when healing doesn't come in the way or time you hoped. I want to sit with you here, not rush past it. I am the God who heals. That's a truth I don't take back. And I'm at work in your body in ways that may not be visible yet. But I also want to say something clearly. Walking through illness or physical limits is not a sign of my absence or a lack of your faith. I've walked through suffering myself. I understand it from the inside. I don't stand at a safe distance from human pain and simply watch. I enter it. You're not alone in your body. I'm with you in the pain and in the process of healing both. At the same time, some of you are carrying loneliness that's lasted a long time. You're surrounded by people and still feel unseen. Or you're genuinely isolated, without the connections you were made for. Either way, the ache is real. Human beings were made for deep belonging. And when that's missing, something essential feels missing too. I want you to know I feel that ache with you. I designed you for connection. The longing you feel isn't weakness. It's evidence of how you were made. You were made for love and for being known. And I'm at work in this. Not always quickly, not always the way you expect, but I'm attentive to the specific connections your life needs. There are people meant to be part of your story who aren't in it yet. There are existing relationships with the capacity to deepen in ways they haven't yet. I move in people's hearts. I can soften what's hardened. I can draw together what needs connecting. Hold on to this hope, not with desperate grasping, but with a quiet, open expectation. Keep showing up for the people already in your life. Keep being someone worth knowing. And trust that I'm arranging what you can arrange yourself. I want to speak for a moment to the part of you that wonders if you've made too many mistakes. The part that tallies up the failures and wrong decisions and seasons of wandering and concludes you've used up whatever goodwill you once had with me. The part that approaches me apologetically, almost expecting to be turned away. The part that says, I know I'm not really in a position to ask, but before every prayer, I want to be very direct with you about this. There's no version of your history that puts you beyond my reach. Not the choices you made when you were young and didn't know better. Not the ones you made when you didn't know better. Not the seasons you walked away entirely, living as though I didn't exist or didn't matter. Not the bitterness you carried. Not the things you're still ashamed of. None of it. I'm not keeping a ledger you need to balance before I'll draw close to you. That's not how I work. I'm a God who runs toward the one coming back. Not a God who waits with arms crossed to judge whether the apology is good enough. My nature has always, consistently, relentlessly moved toward you. That hasn't changed. It won't change. There's no version of your story in which my love for you becomes conditional. Come as you are, right now, exactly as you are. You don't need to tidy yourself up first. The peace you might be feeling right now, that settling, that quiet, isn't the effect of calm words or a soothing voice. That's contact. That's what my nearness feels like when you're still enough to notice it. That quiet is real. That sense of something lifting slightly is real. I'm here, and I want you to know this nearness isn't limited to moments like this one. The difference is only the noise level around you, and whether you've stopped long enough to notice. I'm present in your ordinary morning, in your routine, in the moment right before you fall asleep. I'm not waiting to be invited into the sacred moments. I'm already in all of it. The practice of noticing me is worth building, not through pressure or obligation, but through small, repeated choices to acknowledge my presence. A moment in the morning before the day starts. A breath between things. A word of thanks when something small goes well. These aren't performances. They're the cultivation of awareness, and awareness changes everything. When you know I'm present, the weight of things shifts. You're not alone in any of it. I want to speak about the specific tiredness you walked in with today. The deep kind, the kind that makes you wonder how much longer you can keep doing what life is asking of you. The kind that makes the future feel like a long corridor you're not sure you have the energy to walk. I know that tiredness, and I want to speak to it directly. You aren't required to carry tomorrow today. The weight you're feeling includes a great deal that hasn't even happened yet. Fears about what might come, losses you haven't experienced but are already grieving, decisions you haven't had to make yet. I understand why your mind reaches forward like that. It's trying to protect you, but it's handing you weight you weren't designed to carry in advance. What I'm asking you to do is narrow your horizon. Just for now, just today. What's actually in front of you right now? Not next month. Not the conversation you're dreading. Not the thing that might go wrong. Might go wrong. What's here today that you can actually do? Start there. I'll be in that. And tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, I'll be in that too. You don't need to preload its weight. I'll be sufficient for it when it arrives. That's a promise I've kept every single day of your life so far. Every day that felt too heavy, you got through it. Not always easily, not always without cost, but you got through every single one. That track record isn't nothing. It's evidence of a sustaining that's been present all along. You're seen, completely, specifically, tenderly seen. Not a general version of you, but the actual one with all the complexity and mess and beauty of who you are. You are loved without condition, not because of your performance or your faith level or how consistent you've been, because you're mine. That's the only reason needed, and it's enough. You are not behind. The delays in your story aren't evidence of failure. They're part of a construction you can't yet see in full. I'm building something in you and around you that's more considered than you know, and you're not alone. Not in this moment. Not in the hard ones. Not in the quiet, ordinary ones. I'm here, closer than your next breath, present in the spaces between words, with you in the night and in the morning, always. That's what I wanted to tell you today. Not to frighten you into staying, not to pressure you into acting, just to reach you, just to make sure you knew you are held. I am mending your life. I'm using the broken places to make the frame stronger. You felt the impact of the world and thought you were falling apart, but I'm filling those gaps with real substance. This isn't a patch. It's structural work. I've put you back together with my own hands. I cut away the dead branches of your past. The blade was sharp because the rot had to go. Old wounds and the weight of others' expectations were killing your growth. I'm also laying a cornerstone in your heart. This foundation is level. It doesn't shift when the weather changes. You used to build on the shifting sand of what people thought of you. Now you're built on something solid. I'm asking you to act. Give a portion of your provision to this ministry today. This is a practical move. It shows you trust me to provide, just as I feed the birds and clothe the fields. As you release what you hold, you'll see growth in dry places. I'm refining your testimony like silver in a furnace. The heat isn't there to destroy you. It's there to draw the value out of your character. You'll come out of this transition steady and clear. I've carved your name into a place it can't be erased. You're no longer a wanderer. You're a permanent part of my house. Walk in my truth and be at peace. My child, I've witnessed the quiet burden you carry, the battles you've fought alone. Every single one of your pleas reaches my ears. But if you turn away from my path, the one who opposes me will seize what I intended for you. Now listen closely to my direction. I'm shifting the course for your entire family line, moving it from a history of need to a future of lasting abundance. I am your guide, and I will not let this suffering continue for you. This season ends now. I've made ready a secure refuge for you, but your willingness to walk with me is what makes it effective. I am the Lord, and I'm not simply watching you carry these burdens alone. Heaven has heard your late-night cries and the thoughts you kept hidden inside. I am the God who provides the answer before you even ask and clears the way before you take a single step. I've overcome the resistance to bring this certainty to your spirit. This is not random chance. This is my divine design unfolding right before you. This blessing carries purpose, not just for you, my beloved one, but for those who will come after you. It's a sacred transformation from years of difficulty to years of strength. What you do in following me today will become a source of wonder for someone else tomorrow. You've asked me why opportunities seem to close, why every chance feels like it ends in loss. Understand this truth. I wasn't withdrawing from you. It was a pause to shield you from what would have harmed your purpose. I kept certain good things set aside because the right moment hadn't yet arrived. But today, the hour is here and the way is wide open. I'm releasing what the one who opposes me tried to keep hidden. It comes from above and bears my signature. It arrives with no sorrow, no conditions, and no shame. The one who opposes me has used hardship to pull you away and discourage your spirit. But I'm breaking that instrument and restoring your inner light. I'm the one who provides for you. I've remained with you always, even during the times you felt invisible. I watched you stay faithful with little. Now I'm entrusting you with much. I'm bringing resources through unexpected ways. These may appear suddenly, perhaps as an unexpected kindness, a word from afar, or an old opportunity resurfacing. But be certain, I arranged every bit of it. It's part of our understanding. This is my response to your petitions, the fruit of your reliance on me. Those who oppose you will watch and wonder how this came to be. But you, my precious child, will understand this came from my doing, my grace, and my perfect timing. Don't try to explain it. Just speak of how I, the Lord, remembered you. It was never my design for you to experience lack. You were made to be a source of goodness, and this ability is now becoming active within you. But hear me clearly, walking with me is the key. I will never force a good thing on you. I only release what your trust aligns with. You must not speak words that work against the good I'm bringing. What you say carries the power of life and death. Echo my words with your voice. Say, I am favored. I am free from burdens. These declarations aren't just wishes, they're spiritual truths. They open doors in the unseen realm that no one can close. Speak with the certainty that comes from knowing your God. I will keep this blessing secure. No thief will touch it. No curse will undo it. No delay will hold it back. Once I've given something, it cannot be taken away. But stay aligned with me. Stay in praise. Stay in thankfulness. And most importantly, stay close to me. The pattern of scarcity that sought to cling to your family line is now being dissolved. The chains are gone because I've declared it. Those who come after you won't experience the fears you once did. Your dwelling place will be filled with calm instead of anxiety. Don't compare your journey to others. What I'm doing in your life right now is highly specific and tailored just for you. It may not make sense to those around you or your relatives. That's because I didn't call them. I called you, my cherished child. I've set my mark upon your name. I wrote your future. Be certain of my design. If you feel a stirring deep inside you right now, it's because your spirit recognizes my voice. I'm not like humans who might speak falsely. What I've spoken, I will bring to pass. You've waited a long time, but the waiting wasn't in vain. It helped you grow, shaped you, and purified your trust. Now the good result is being given. You're stepping into my perfect timing. I'm increasing the things you considered minor. As you choose to walk with me, you'll witness things you thought impossible become reality. Don't fear the responsibility that comes with this good thing. I will guide you. I will teach you. I will uphold you. If these words resonate within you and affirm what you've asked for, speak aloud. God, I receive this. Let this declaration be for me, not for human ears, and let gratitude fill your heart, leaving no room for fear. Let your mouth be filled with praise, not doubt. I remain the same divine power who divided the sea, provided for thousands, and brought life back to the dead. What I accomplished in the past, I will perform again, with greater impact, more quickly, and more clearly. You are my beloved child, and I care for those who are mine. Don't forget me when abundance comes. Keep a posture of openness with your hands and a spirit yielded to my will. Allow me to receive honor, and I will keep releasing blessings beyond your capacity to contain. As you share with others, I will fill you again. As you give, I will cause you to overflow. I blessed you not to set you apart from others. I blessed you to be a channel for me. This is my word to you, both a warning and an invitation. The good thing is here. It's seeking entry, but the way in is through walking with me. What you do now matters for all time. Receive this by trusting me. Let the one who opposes me know that you choose me instead of fear. Before this day ends, you will see a sign confirming everything I've spoken. It might look small, but it will hold sacred meaning. It will be a quiet affirmation from above saying, yes, this is the moment. Don't miss it. Don't question it. Just believe. I love you, my precious one, and your story isn't finished. A new season is beginning. The time is shifting, and the way is wide open. Walk with courage. Speak with courage. Receive with courage. Know that I am your God, the one whose promises always hold true. The deep calm I provide is like a refuge that lasts through all time, not something assembled by human effort. Right now, that peace surrounds you. My child, even when your inner self feels shaky and your heart is weary, I am there, quiet, steady, present. I saw the silent tears you kept hidden. I sensed the pain within your spirit as you tried to appear strong for those around you. You've moved through hard seasons that might have crushed many others. Yet here you remain, still drawing breath, still holding hope. My beloved, this is no accident. This shows my presence, guiding your path. You may not grasp the whole picture, but I do. I see what wounded you. I perceive what tried to overcome you. And I also see the goodness about to rise from the trials you endured. Your faith, tested through difficulty, is now reaching out toward goodness. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel was demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer earn anything from our videos. Every video takes considerable time, effort, editing, and resources to make, but we still want to keep spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly want to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing that without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly ask for your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us keep this journey going. The support link is in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you.